So this video here, I'm just going to go deeply and explain everything that I've done with the Honda Civic so far that I've had. This is a 22 Honda Civic Sport, 2.0 liter, naturally aspirated. And yeah, let's get right into it. So right down to the engine bay mods. Just a Siri-Moto stroke bar. The, if I said that right, Siri-Moto strut bar. The engine bay shrouds, which I just think it gives it a sleeker look, and the K&N cold air intake. I do have a FN tuned accelerator thing. It just gets rid of the acceleration lag. My little Siri-Moto, this is actually hooked to the car, like the actual front bar there, front bash bar. My Lit Kit Velocitech snorkel, my Type R lower and upper gloss black grills, and the gloss black fog light inserts. I put the Badge Skins DRL tints on, they look really good. They kind of match the same color as the snorkel. And then I have D2 lowering springs on the car. Rides very well. Will say I did have problems with this one eating the front side of my fender there, fender liner, and on the other side. But yeah, we won't talk about that. But anyways, the Yofer body kit was actually kind of a sponsored deal. I did have to buy the front lip, and I only had to pay half on the diffuser, but I got the side skirts for free through Aerolution. I will say that is probably going to be your best and cheaper side company to shop with on your 11th gen Civics or even 11th gen Accords. I think I don't really keep up with the models of the Accords, but your newer gens and stuff. And I'm pretty sure they got the older gen models too. Car is very dirty, but she's still clean, so don't be worried. Got the HPD spoiler. The JDM black back badges actually came through SWA Autosports. Yes, guys, my clears are just my busted OEM tails. Yes. I do have two SDR 12s. They hit for what they are. I ain't into no like competitions or nothing with subs, so I ain't trying to go all out sub wise really. But they hit for what they are and what I've spent. Do need some new shoes for sure. But overall, the car on the outside, it's pretty much it, except for the 15% tint. I got these side view mirror caps from Amazon for like $40. And then the with status little visors, because why not, basically. And the black handled door cover thingy majiggies. So let's get right on into the inside now, and I'll tell y'all what all I've done there. So here's the inside of the car. Some of the carbon's real, some of it's fake, but you know how that goes. But anyways, Coverado seat covers, awesome, mint seat covers. Billets work shift knob. Other than that, that's about it. I got starlights in the headliner. But for overall what this car is just a Honda Civic and everything. It's very reliable, and for me being able to put the mods that I have done on it, I can say I'm in love with the way that it looks now, the way that it's sitting. Other than just some new wheels, this car's basically complete, man. Great car. Honda has like outdone themselves with this generation Civic, I think. Just the overall whole look of the car after like modding it out, it's just wow. It's just all in all a masterpiece. Oh, and a big thing that a lot of people like that I don't really show off to too much on the trunk is the floppy trunk. And I'll actually kind of go into how I did that as well in this video too. So I don't feel like trying to flop the whole thing down. But anyways, when you're going to go try and do this on your own setup, you'll have 4 10mm bolts here, right? You're going to want to get 2-inch cabinet hinges from Lowe's, Home Depot. I mean, they're pretty cheap. You can get a 2-pack for, I think, like maybe $3-4 at most. But you also want to get hex head sheet metal screws, and then you want to get countersunk sheet metal screws, because for back here, when you end up, you're going to do away with your top 10mm bolt. When you take the trunk lid off, you'll take all 4 bolts off. So these 2 here, those 2 over there on that arm. And when you do that, you got to set your trunk lid on back windshield. So I advise you to lay a towel back here, set the trunk lid on it, and you'll take you a metal drill bit so you can preset your holes, because if you don't preset your holes, you're going to be outside trying to do this for about 6 hours, and good luck. So get you a metal drill bit. You're going to want you find you a bit that's no bigger than the screws that you're going to be using. Grab your hinge after you take the trunk. Mark your holes. Preset drill your holes in. Put this hinge, and when you go to put the hinge up, use the bevel point of the hinge sitting on the arm, because it's a help to support when you go to flop the trunk down, and it won't give the trunk an offset when you go to shut it. So when you do that, you use the countersunk screws on the back side back here. So I hit back tap by accident, but you use the countersunk screws back here so that your trunk doesn't have a bad offset or anything. And you use the hex head ones out here because they act as a little foothold. When you go to flop the trunk down, you'll actually let these sit on and rest on this arm like that. So the way to flop it down is when you go to take this 10mm out, since the hinge is already connected, the trunk would just basically flop down and show off as how you're wanting it. So then when you go to put it back up and say you're ready to go drive and leave from whatever car meet, car show that you got going on, you have to put these 10mm back in so you can shut your trunk. But when I did it this way, I ended up having to put a washer back here on mine so that it could have a little bit of an even set, because it had an offset from this being on the back, if that makes any sense. So when you go to do this, if you're going to use your 10mm stock bolts like I did, I advise you to take a washer and put it back here when you go to put these on, because if you see there's my washer, and it kind of balances it out to where it doesn't leave a offset or cut into your paint. If this helps any of y'all with the floppy trunk, or just to get to know the car and overall what I've fully have done with it, leave a like or drop a comment on something else that you'd like to know. Anything, it always helps. But on that, be safe, God bless, and He loves you.